Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to Standard Record Straight Podcast. It's your boy Vixen and Hope.
Sugar Kai.
And today we just we've been a little inconsistent, So we could have just came back and did one of like our topics and talked to y'all about it and gave our opinion. But we figured we just, we're gonna have like an open discussion today, right? Q&A, just kind of like mingle with the people to see what's up. So um yeah.
Sorry, that was
Yeah,
my
I,
phone.
yeah, yeah. I can hear myself. I was like, I thought it was my phone,
Okay.
but
Um, yeah.
but you see, it usually takes a little time to pick up. So that's why I was like, sometimes it's good to just have like a topic or like something to like. I feel like
Right,
that's
right.
that's that's usually what happens with this. Like when you're kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, see, look, nobody's really here.
I'm sure they'll tune in. Well, I guess I feel like we were talking earlier, and I feel like we were talking about like this whole like COVID situation and
Yeah,
Omicron, and how like everybody literally got sick out of nowhere, and yeah, how that was kind of weird. Not weird, but whatever.
yeah. I feel like, yo, what's good, my guy? So yeah, I feel like COVID definitely. I feel like they just been playing, right? I feel like the Delta joint came out and it was kind of like everybody was so caught up on the Delta, right? Like the Delta, and then boom, it just kind of like disappeared. Um, and then now they got the Omarion,
Mm-hmm.
the Omarion, yeah. So yeah, they trying to. I don't know, man. New York City is going mad hard. Like I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like New York is a trendsetter, right? We like the trendsetting state, so I feel like that's why they're going really, really hard in New York to like kind of like New York influences a lot of times the rest of the country. So I feel like that's why they started with that mandate stuff here, right? To kind of like if New York doing it, then like most likely other states gonna do it too. What's good? What's good? What's good? Um, so if New York doing it, I feel like this is the trajectory, right? They're like, oh, if New York do it, then other people gonna do it too. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I think, and it's funny because I really don't like getting into the whole COVID conversation because I just feel like it's draining, it's annoying. Like at the end of the day, like I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to take the vaccine, take the vaccine. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. Like I really don't care like where people stand, Like
Right.
um I think like it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, like we don't know what the hell is really going on. I just don't like when people try to act like they really know, right? Like people like they rely so heavily on like the doctors and like the medical practitioners, right? And I'm just like, this is the same people that have been creating diseases and charging us to cure us, right? To so-called
Mm-hmm.
cure us. So it's money in that. Um, so I just feel like I don't be getting into the whole shit.
Right. I feel like I think that, one thing I will say, what I know for certain is that I think that, if you do test positive for COVID, right, I think that, you should, while you're sick at least, I should say, you should do your diligence and you should stay home. Because I feel like, you know, um, with the other variants, I feel like when COVID first came out, they were saying how it was all over the place and so many people were getting sick. And I didn't know nobody that was getting sick. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the difference with this Omicron variant, they did say that it's 3 times more contagious, but I feel like I actually know people personally that are truly getting sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like this one hit a little harder for me because I was just like, dang, people are getting sick. Now people are not dying, but it is like, dang, like if I'm sick and I know how I felt, I don't want to make other people feel that way, So while you're contagious, just stay home and take care of yourself. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people looking at it like, like at the end of the day, like when you get the flu, people don't tell you stay home. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get the cold is contagious. I mean, nobody likes to be sick. I don't like to have a runny nose. I don't like to have a clogged nose. I don't like to, you know what I'm saying, be coughing and my chest hurt. I don't like to be sick, period, right? Um, but this is just something, right? It's flu season right now too, also, right? So I feel like I don't know. I just feel like, and at the end of the day, I feel like it defeats the purpose. Like when people get sick and they go get
Mhm.
tested, like I don't really understand it. Like I like my whole thing is like, what are you going, like? It's people literally, right, that might get sick and they're against taking the vaccine, and then you're going to get tested, and then they're telling you you're positive, and then what? Like what do you like? What are you doing after that, right? You're not going to get vaccinated, right? Some people still going out. They tested positive and they still going out. So my whole thing is like, why did you get tested?
Right.
Like like what was the whole purpose of, like when I was sick, people like, oh, you should go get tested. And I'm like, for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my whole thing is like, what am I getting tested for? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not like some, like, I feel like we started to treat this shit like it's some type of STD. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, oh, go get tested. You know what I'm saying? Before you fraternize with people, or before you sleep with somebody, go get tested. Like I feel like that's how we treating COVID. We treating COVID like, go get tested. You know what I'm saying, like, and again, the I don't even want to talk about this shit, man. But like I just feel like this is like so draining, and it's like the topic of conversation. I think we're going to a higher
Right.
vibration, trying to slow it down.
But does
Definitely.
anybody like have any questions? It's a Q&A. So yeah, I feel like going back again to what you were saying, like I feel like we've been slacking with the podcast stuff. We haven't been as consistent. So I was just thinking it would be a good idea instead of us just jumping back into like a heavy topic to just, get more familiar, with the people. I know you've been pretty consistent with your videos and your story times and stuff like that recently. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, I think people. I was learning some shit about people, right? Um, and I feel like sometimes people just they just like they just like coming to see a show, right? Like it's like boom, like I wonder what they're gonna talk about next, kind of like. So I think a lot of times, well, from the feedback that I get from some of the people that watch the channel, right? They'd be saying like, oh, like, y'all have some interesting topics, and like they come to see like the rebuttal, the what side you on, what side I'm on, like they kind of like that kind of stuff, you know. Somebody said, Nate, my boy Nate Almighty, he said, question for both of y'all: is Black love dead or almost dead?
I'll go first. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Statistically, just got to bring in the facts. Majority of black men date black women, and vice versa. Majority of people date within their race. So yeah, even though interracial dating has definitely increased, the majority still date their own. So black love is not dead. No, it's not. What do you think, Victor?
I think, I gotta, um, when it comes to Black love, I think that Black love, Black love is definitely struggling. Um, and when I say struggling, I would say that in the sense of, um, like Kai just mentioned. Kai mentioned people date their own people or within their community, and oftentimes people do that because they don't have access to date another woman, right? That's one of the things, or dating other men. And another thing is some people just believe in staying within their culture. They don't
I
want to
think
mix in.
people, I think people feel the most comfortable with their own people, and that's not just a black thing. That's a everybody thing.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to finish real quick. But
Go ahead.
but I agree. I think this is why some people feel as though you should date within your own culture, within your own, because this the familiarity. Like I know, like for example, for some African people, they might feel like, oh, they want you to date. They want to, keep it because they want to keep the language, or they don't want their kids to, like, lose the language, or adapt another culture, or so people be thinking a lot about their culture, their language, when it comes to different communities, right? Um, Also, different communities, people be like, kind of like, they do it more for preserving their culture, right? Like Asian people, they might not date with somebody, what I'm saying? They kind of like be trying to keep their culture, and their religion and stuff. Um, but I think that, like, me and you had this conversation. I think that, like, if more men, for example, black men, right? I think when black men get options to date other people, they definitely take it, right? They when they are open, when like the floodgates open to other possibilities. This is why we was talking about this too, right? Wealthy black men, a lot of times, oftentimes, they end up with somebody that's not black, right? And part of that is because, and we're not talking about, we, of course, we got the high school sweethearts stories, right? Like, they rose to status with a shorty, with a girl. But I think, like, when some of these men get to, like rappers, we see it all the time. Like, for example, Bobby Shmurda, right? Lately, like you said, we haven't seen that dude around no black chicks, right? Like all
I,
the chicks that
I
all the
would
chicks that
say I would say he's never been around black chicks, even
I,
prior to
I don't know.
this.
Before that, I only seen him around dudes. He
But
wasn't really around, like.
what's interesting to me is Rowdy has. So Rowdy has been around a lot of black women, I've noticed, and Bobby Shmurda hasn't. But I also think that that also can attribute to, I saw a tweet the other day on Twitter, and it said, the blackest men be talking about they don't like black girls, right? And usually, when you see a man that's very, very, very dark skinned, it probably comes from, I believe Bobby Shmurda is Haitian, right? It comes from a very place that has deep, deep, deep roots and like colorism. We often see that, Kodak Black, right? And he's Haitian as well, right? Another, we know the history of Haiti and the history in terms of colorism and how it's still to this day. Um, it's very similar to like Dominican Republic, as how I describe, how their colorism works and even their race, like the way that they organize their race, because it's primarily black people in Haiti, and I've definitely encountered a lot of Haitian and Caribbean men in general who make it known that they only want to date lighter skin. Just it's I don't even think it's about race. I think it's a light skin thing. Like I think it's just literally like lighter skin. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a black girl in it, but she'll be very, very fair skinned, or she'll be like mixed or ambiguous. He'll have the white women as well. Um, so yeah, but to go to what you call this comment, Oda God, I think he said, black love is thriving. Like it just depends on your circle. And in little ways, I can agree with that. I'm not trying to like, say that there is no issues. Like there definitely is an issue within between the way that like, like black people and black women like kind of connect. We definitely have issues in that realm. But I do say it does depend on your circle because I say this all the time, right? Like there's a lot of black women that like have very negative experiences like with black men, right? But I also think that's also about like who you surround yourself with, right? Like I don't have a whole bunch of negative dating experiences with men saying certain stuff to me or disrespecting me in a certain type of way. And I think that just like how there are probably many black men who have issues and have trauma and are disrespectful, there's also a whole bunch of other black men who are like successful and educated, and there's good black men. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's also a myth out here that there's not, good black men, right? But a lot of us come from like poor like areas. A lot of us come from a certain population of people, and so when you don't exit that population of people, we tend to think that everybody in this population represents, you know, black people. So I would suggest for people who believe that black love is dead or like, have difficulties finding um, you know, good black like women. I would say you say it all the time, Victor, like, that's why you don't you don't court women who are who live in the hood, right? You court women usually tend to court women that go to school, have something going for themselves, have a good career, they have a certain head on their shoulders. But you usually have to leave your area or the hood, right, to find these type of women, right? So maybe before you would probably be like, dang, like there's no good black sisters, but like or good women or whatever. And now that like, you know, you're out of that, you can be able to see like, oh, there are like, you know, good women out here, right? So yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think that like I think like when I came home, for example, um, it's so funny, right? Because I just thought about so many different things, right? And you're right. I think and that's why I say black love is struggling. Um, and I know for some people, some people define black like you as yourself. You define black as a universal thing. Anybody that has African ancestry. Me, I don't define black like that, right? I define black as, American, right? The black people in America, the descendants of slaves, right? And you know, so I think because those people are like the black people here are the culture is a mixture, right? It's almost like a made up culture because you've been stripped of your culture, right? So and I find this in women too, right? Like when you date even men, right? Some men that you probably have dated are a little more cultural, right? They have a certain whatever, right? Whether they're Jamaican, whether they're African, wherever they're from, it's some type of culture attached to it, right? Um, and I feel like the culture, black people's culture here, right, is it has been we have adapted the culture of like the like somewhat of the slave master, right? Because they were so violent with us. Um, and I think like that's why we're like violent with each other. Like we just grew up in toxic love. Like I feel like we was raised in toxic love, right? Like even like like we can't even the way we play with each other, right? Like we talk shit about like for example, we know somebody was hungry, right? Their mom maybe they have enough food, and we would make fun of that shit. Like we would be like,
Right.
"Oh, you bum ass nigga, that's why your fridge was empty." But that shit is like really hurtful. Like this is the you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is how we play with each other, right? We cut ass on each other. If your sneakers had holes, your mom probably couldn't afford to buy you sneakers. And this translates into our love. Like what we think is love a lot of times, it's not even really like love. Like that shit is toxic as fuck. But
Hmm.
that's what we used to, right? We was used to our moms like whooping our ass, right? With the extension cord, with all type of shit, talking to us crazy, right? And crazy ways, and we get accustomed to that. So when I came home and I no longer fraternize in the hood, and I no longer talk to certain women, right? And I started talking to different women, and I started talking to different. And don't get me wrong, when I say hood chicks, hood boogers, whatever you want to call them, right? Um, I mean the people that have a certain mindset, because you could live in the hood and not have that hood mentality. It's almost like broke, right? Like you could have money and still be broke. So
Hmm.
so that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from like when I say I don't date hood chicks, it's not oh I don't date somebody that don't live in a community that's impoverished. It's just the hood breeds a certain mentality. And a lot of times the women and the men in the hood are just looking for a come up, right? Like this is why a lot of some of these dudes they like living off their baby mom. You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes, they like doing certain shit. Like that's not no to me, that's not no male trait, right? But
Hmm.
again, we grew up with fucked up notions of masculinity and fucked up notions of femininity. And a lot of times our sisters have to step up to the plate. And now they just so far up in the plate that they don't know how to like step back. But part of it is because our men been emasculated since we got here. So
Hmm.
because the man don't know how to lead you, you know what I'm saying? And you've been leading yourself and been leading your man, right? When you encounter certain men who who do might have those qualities and characteristics, you don't know how to step back because you just been in this place for so long. So that's what I mean by black love is struggling, but that's because of the history, right? The history of
Right.
what's going on. And if you're not a person that is committed to building in your on your like dealing with your trauma, um, if you're not a person that's committed to healing, and that's why I can't talk to certain people. Like, if you can't acknowledge that you got trauma, if you can't acknowledge that you need to heal, if you can't acknowledge that like we got raised in some fucked up ways, and like if you can't just hit me with the take me as I am and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be doing this shit. So that's why kind of where I'm coming from with why it's struggling is because all the shit that we've been through, and we don't know how to like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for our sisters to put their trust in a man when they've been let down for so long, you know what I'm saying? By like these men.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
well, Nate said white woman held Bobby Schmurder down, not black woman. He said, I'm just saying.
somebody else commented, which is very true. But somebody said, nah, a black woman bought the bang in the jail to sneak into Bobby and got caught and did time. That's also true. That's facts. So I mean, I don't know.
Yo, somebody
But
said I date any girl except for she from Brownsville. Yo, why they always
yeah, I
shooting
saw
at
that.
Brownsville? Yo, yeah,
They
funny.
probably from
Hold
the
on.
Bronx.
Yo, ha, yeah, it said, all right, yeah, 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 you're right. The shorty that brought him the banger to jail, but yeah, you have mentioned, but definitely some points there. But I just think like, yeah, when your mind is in a different place, it's just like you, right? For example, like, you don't, like you say all the time, like, I'm not what I look like. I don't get moved by certain things, right? Like
Hmm.
some other girls might get moved, like they see a flashy dude flashing money, right? They might be like, oh yeah, like I told you, I have my homegirl, how she got pregnant by this dude. She was like, oh, he fresh, he fly, he wear Gucci this, Gucci that. She was like, oh, I'm gonna have his baby. I thought that shit was a joke, but she really went and got pregnant by this dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy. But again, it's the mentality, right? Um, but yeah, so when I was able, that's why I encourage people. And I think even when you date Caribbean people, and when you date, I think that's still dating outside of your culture. If you're like a Black American, um, I think it's different. It's gonna be a total different thing, right? Like Jamaican men do different shit than Black men, right? African, Nigerian might do something different than Senegalese men. So I think that's why I don't like when we all get grouped into, because the concept
Hmm.
of race is bullshit. It's made up. And really, what do we have when you remove race? What do we really have? We just have nations and tribes, you know. And I think,
Right.
forgot where I was going. But yeah, I think different tribes of men, of people, do different things. And I think people should, I think, like you mentioned earlier about close proximity. And yeah, a lot of times we put up with certain shit just because we don't know the world is bigger than what it really is. And this is just what's here. Um, and then
Hmm.
once you start to expand, you start to realize like, oh shit, it's like different shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could still, it's the mentality.
Right.
I feel like
Somebody
I'm
asked, what we talking about? Actually, well, what we're talking about right now, the topic that we're talking about right now, we're talking about black love and stuff like
it's
that. But
Black
this
Love
is,
Dead. Um,
yeah. But this is
but it's open
keep,
discussion. It's a Q and
yeah.
A. My bad. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, Vic.
Why do
Time.
women? It says question for the queen. Why do women think men prefer fake bodies and we don't? Um, I'm not gonna say that y'all prefer fake bodies. I don't think that majority of men prefer fake bodies. But I do think that social media has a lot to do with it, and I think that men prefer certain type of shape, and I think that when women don't have that specific shape, that hourglass shape, right? Um, they seek to get that shape in various ways, and the easiest way to get that shape, and the very accessible way to get that shape, is through BBLs, lipos, or surgery. So I think a lot of women are taking that route and getting those done so that they can acquire that shape. Now, there are some women who naturally have it. There are some women that work out and that's how they maintain it. And then there are other women who, like, get their bodies done. But the reason why we all feel like, oh, men prefer fake bodies or men prefer a specific type of bodies because we see the women that y'all lust after on social media. So we see the also like the baby mama rappers, right? Like who's Moneybag Yo dating? Who's G Herbo dating? Like who's Lil Baby dating? Like we look at these women that are attached to these men of wealth and also men that other men idolize, other men look up to. And for example, right, like India and Lil Durk recently, like, they're getting married. He proposed to her, right? India has gotten her body done, right? So girls will look at India and be like, oh, I want to look like India because I want to attract a man like Little Durk. So I'm gonna go and get my body done just like her. So I feel like that's the mindset that women have. And it's unfortunate because I feel like a lot of women, a lot of young girls are very insecure. We're seeing girls who are as young as 18, 19, 20, but beneath the ages of 30, going and getting plastic surgery. And it's ridiculous because it's like you haven't even allowed your body to have a chance to develop yet. Your mind hasn't even fully developed yet. And you're making these life altering decisions. You know, your BBL is like one of the most dangerous surgeries to get, like one of the most dangerous surgeries to get, but yet it's one of the most common surgeries because we will do anything to achieve a look, right? Um, so like I said, it's like very unfortunate, it's very sad, but I understand why a lot of women may assume or may think, based off of social media, why a lot of men like, uh, fake bodies, because a lot of these girls have fake bodies. A lot of these girls have had surgery, and these men like them. They follow them, they praise them, they reshare their pictures, they comment underneath their pictures. All of these women are getting consistent validation. These women are getting flown out or being attached to these very wealthy men. And, these girls want that lifestyle. And they think that, I have to, in order for me to have that lifestyle, I have to look this specific type of way. So, like I said, I think though that I feel like sometimes a lot of men will just automatically be like, oh, like, if you get your body done, like you're insecure or whatever, whatever. But I try to think about it in a different like aspect. I try to think about it as more of a survival thing. I think that women from the time that we're born, we are taught that we have to be presentable, that we have to be pretty, that we have to look good. Just think about the ways that like we talk to little girls, right? And we consistently tell little girls who are pretty that they're pretty, from the time that we're young. And not that we don't tell little boys that they're handsome, but I definitely don't hear people calling young boys handsome as nearly as much as I hear them refer to young girls as being pretty. Like, oh, hey, pretty girl, or she's so beautiful, or she's so pretty, right? And just think about like consistently hearing that growing up, right? Or not hearing that growing up, right? And being a woman and us knowing that, like, for men, y'all have the pressure, you have that pressure to be financially stable and to have a lot of money. And for us, we have that pressure of having to be attractive and having to be presentable. And so when we're stuck in a dilemma where we feel like we are not desired, we recognize that being desirable as a woman is something that is so important to our lives, and it's going to impact the way that men treat us. Being attractive and being a pretty girl can get you a job, even if it's not even like a crazy job. But I know that, for example, right, like certain women can go, and I could go to what's that oh my God, what's that steakhouse? I forgot the name of the steakhouse, but I can go to like a really nice, notable steakhouse. And if I look good and I look presentable and I like the way that I look, I can be a host at that restaurant, right? If you ever notice, if you go to certain restaurants, the hosts are usually women and they're usually very attractive. And so it's like as small as that is, right? Like as small as we may think that is, right? That's survival. That's a job. That's income. Men are nicer to you when they find you to be attractive. So I just feel like sometimes I would like for people to think about it in a different type of way and not just automatically be like, oh, these women are just insecure.
You made
Yeah.
some good points. Nah, you definitely made some good points. You're right. A lot of men do validate these women, and that's why, like, you know, yeah, like I listen. I respect the natural sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, I think at the end of the day, you mentioned insecurity, right? And I think like we both, men and women, have insecurities, and I think like that's just something. And I know it's probably tougher on women, right? Because I think like a guy, right? Like yeah, like they might just talk. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like I feel like your penis is like hidden, right? Like so that might be a insecurity for men. And then it's also like money, right? Like money, that's really like the two main insecurities, right? And maybe their hairline, when the hairline start receding at a certain point, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not really that much, but I feel like women are so like, oh, if their titties is not big enough, or their titties is not a certain size, if their butt is not a certain size, if they not thick a certain way, right? If they feet too big, if they like they just have so much more things, like their hair, right? If their hair is not the best kind of hair, right? Or the best, not the best kind, but like it's you know what I mean. But
Hmm.
so yeah, like they it's like they talk about their hair, they talk about it's just so much other stuff that comes with the insecurities of a woman than a man, right? But I think that's why it's a little harder for women. Um, and I think that like, but I think overall, I think that's just shit that we have to work on. Like you have to be able to be in a place where nobody can tear you down. And I know that shit is it might sound easier said than done, but I think we have to be secure in our own skin. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how like bottom line. Like, like I said, like sometimes, and I made a video talking about male insecurities, right? And I think women prey on men's insecurities and men prey on women's insecurities. Like we all just out here preying on each other's weaknesses. That's really what we doing. And we want leverage. Everybody wants leverage, right? So if I know you got a problem or you feel a certain type of way about maybe your body or maybe this or maybe that, like, we tend to hold things to kind of like use it against each other when we get mad or when we get in an argument or when we trying to hurt each other, right? So I think like when you get to a place where you just not worry about that, where you just like whatever, like cause I've been places and women do not care how, like even in New York, some women do not care how they look. Like they still come outside like they the ish. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen girls, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in my head I'd be like, oh my God, like what is, you know what I'm saying? In my head I might be like, yo, she looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But to her, she thinks she that chick. And sometimes you'll be surprised. Sometimes, like you said, we was talking about like sex appeal one time. Um, and sometimes a chick will not even be that bad, yo, but it just be the aura that she got. It just be like her confidence, right? And she could be ugly. She could be the
Yes.
ugliest thing in the room. You know what I'm saying? And she could have the flattest butt. You know what I'm saying? Or she could have the her body might not be all that. But I've seen women who just like it's just their confidence. Like it's just like they'll pull up to a spot and like they know they're not the, you know what I'm saying? In their mind, I'm the best looking chick in here. You know what I'm saying? And of course, but that's just something that you got to work to get there. And I think like um
That's very
instead of
true.
us working to get there, instead of
And
us working to get there,
oftentimes, yeah,
yeah,
that's
go ahead.
very true. And I feel like oftentimes it's very funny because the most beautiful women are the most insecure. The
Yeah,
most attractive women are the most insecure. And it'd be the women who, I'm not going to necessarily call them ugly, but they're not the most attractive and they have the confidence. And confidence is something that, you can't buy, where a lot of these women are out here buying, their bodies, right? But they don't have that confidence. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you cannot buy that. That's something that you have to find within yourself. So I've definitely seen that, right? And confidence as a woman, confidence as a person, you know, can take you like so far. Um, so yeah,
yeah. It's just like a man, right? When a man walks in the room, you could tell if he confident or if he's not confident, right? And I'm not even talking about arrogance, right? Because some motherfuckers, they get a few bucks and they just come with some crazy arrogance, right? And arrogance just shows you're not really confident, right? Um, so but like women could tell, like a woman could tell, like when a man walks in the room, they pay attention, right? Like they like, yeah, like I know this dude is, you know what I'm saying? Like they see it. It's almost like the same way we see it in a woman. When a woman walk in a room and she just like you could tell, you know what I'm saying, when she just feels highly about herself. You know, and I was gonna mention this. I was reading this book
right,
about cosmetic psychocybernetics, and it's talking about, and the dude was a plastic surgeon, and he said that he used to see like the most beautiful women coming there and talking about that they didn't feel right about their nose, fix my nose, or
yeah,
fix something, right? And he used to be like astounded, right? Because he used to be like, yo, you really like, he said they used to be beautiful. He said, and I didn't understand why they was coming here to go under the knife. And then he said, and then I realized that it's because their self-image,
hmm
the way they felt about themselves or the way they view themselves is where the problem lies. So it was a psychological issue. And he was saying no matter how much surgery they got done, they always felt like something was not right. And he said that's what made him start like looking into the brain and psychocybernetics and the success. He said there's a success mechanism in the brain and then there's a failure mechanism. But he was just saying all of that stuff is just connected to self-image. And a lot of times your self-image, it comes from the outside, it comes from outside of you. It comes from like what they
right.
put on the TV, right? It comes what they put on the media. I also blame Fashion Nova. I feel like Fashion Nova created this illusion. Those jeans, yo, anybody could put those jeans on and they create like this illusion that you got this shapely body. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
yeah, it's called BBL fashion. Actually, it's a thing. It's
yeah,
an
so
actual
so
topic.
so they
Just
create.
think about the models. Like remember we used to go back in the day, you used to see the mannequins in the store. You go to an H&M, you go to Forever 21, whatever. They are like generic male figures. You know what I'm saying? Like not male, but like human figures, right? Where they
Yeah.
don't, the women didn't really have a shape to them, the men didn't really have a shape to them. They were slim, but they weren't, Now we're seeing like these mannequins, and we're seeing, because online shopping has definitely increased for the past 10 years, especially the last three. um, we're seeing, like, if you go on Fashion Nova and you see the actual models, all the models have BBLs, and they have a specific type of BBL, right? They have like the very, very small waist, the very, very big butt. And when people, it's called like media, right? Like it's called, like, it's kind of like people are more prone to buy things that they see themselves in, right? So if I'm a woman and I'm consistently being bombarded with these images of BBLs, 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 right? For the girls who are curvy and for the girls who have shapes similar to that, I don't feel excluded, right, when I'm shopping on these sites. Versus women who do not have those particular shapes, now I feel excluded. Now I feel like, I hear it all the time. Girls will be like, oh, like, I wanted to buy that, but it's not going to look the same on me. You know what I mean? Or they're buying products, they're buying shapewear, they're buying stuff so they could put under to make themselves have this shape. And the thing is, too, what's interesting, it's not only about being shapely,
Yeah,
right?
they be out here
It's,
squeezing the hell out their ribs.
but
Yo,
it's not,
but it's crazy because they used to use corsets back in the day, and they used to,
yes,
so yeah.
but it's not only specifically about women wanting to be shapely, it's literally women wanting the exact same look. Every woman, not every woman with the BBL, but majority of women with the BBL literally look the exact same. And what's very funny is that a lot of these women are going to the same doctors. And surgeons are artists, in a lot of ways. They literally sculpt you. So you're going to, like, you're going to the same 20 doctors, right? And everybody is getting that same work done from the same doctor. They're getting that same shape. We're seeing the same shape. These women literally have the same body types. So I think, like, that is definitely changing, like agreeing with you, right? Like Fashion Nova, there's a whole bunch of other, you know, um, even the fact that, shopping now, like, you can't find any type of decent clothing. Everything is like super, super duper revealing and like kind of like slutty, right? And cut out here and super tight, and like, where's like the regular clothes? You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like, there'll be
Yo,
other women.
they'll be like this. Buy this dress. They'll be like, and the dress will literally look like this. It will be like just a little fabric, and they'll be like,
It's it's kind of funny because you see that fabric that you have, right? It's a lot of women are wearing those like silk dresses now, right?
yeah,
And I say that sometimes too, jokingly, like, like, there was like this post on like Instagram, and it was like, I know why girls ain't wearing lingerie no more, because they wearing it outside with their sneakers. And it's funny because it's facts. So I see certain fits that women are wearing, like
yeah,
that silky, them silky, stringy dresses, and I'm just like, girl, like, that looks like you about to go to bed, you about to go to sleep, or you about to go see what your man is doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to me. Like, fashion has definitely changed, and I think that it just promotes a specific type of body type. And I think it not only shames, like, very, very big women. I think it also shames very slim girls. There are some girls out here who are slim, who, have nice bodies, but they may have an athletic build. They may have like naturally a six pack and a V line, and like muscular, have a muscular shape. Or there's very slim girls who don't have a muscular shape, but they're just slim girls. They have like a little butt, they got like little boobs, they're just slim girls. And I think that, they're also being shamed in a way too, because they feel like they want a big butt. The super slim girls want a big butt, and the really big girls want to be slim and shapely, right? Like, so I just feel like, it's messed up. I empathize with a lot of women and their insecurities and what they go through, because I'm a woman and I'm confident in many ways, but then there are some days where I'm just like, damn, like, you see certain people, or, I'm bombarded with certain images, and it takes effect on all of us, so yeah.
yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah, my phone is acting up, but yeah, I definitely do agree. But yeah, it's an open discussion, y'all. Like, so y'all can like definitely ask more questions. That's kind of like what we're doing today. Today we having an open discussion. We just kicking it with y'all. And yeah, that's kind of like where we coming from. So like, so basically, what we are talking about today is just we just answering to like questions from the people. Somebody asks, "What's your nationality?" or "What's your so what's your background?"
I'm black,
Yeah,
y'all. I'm just black. Ain't nothing
I'm
special
just
about
black,
me.
y'all. Oh no, I gotta get my
Well, I
charger.
mean, not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying being black is not special, but I'm
I gotta
just.
go get my charger.
But go ahead, go
Go.
get your charger. Okay, but yeah, yeah. Somebody said Fashion Nova is for a specific type of figure. Simply put, exactly. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Wait, is wearing a durable rag same thing as wearing a weave? What do you mean? I don't understand that question. You gotta say that question again.
What question?
John. Most hated in New York. Where you from? I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Somebody,
New
Sean
York.
John asked a question, but the way he framed the question, I couldn't really
He
answer it. I
said it's
couldn't.
wearing a durag, a durable rag, something that's wearing a weave. I don't know. No, I don't know if you're trying to be
Yeah,
funny.
I don't understand what that means.
Um, yeah, I gotta charge my thing. My phone is dying. But
Yeah, but your man's Vic Sling Hope is unprepared. I just want y'all to note this.
yo, wow, that's crazy because my phone is usually always
Somebody said I thought
doing
she was
money.
Dominican the whole time. No, sir, not Dominican. Um, do most women prefer tall men, or is that a myth? I don't prefer tall men, and I'm tall. I'm a tall girl, and I do not prefer tall men. Um,
So that means you would date a short guy.
I mean, I feel like tall and short are also subjective too. Like, what is considered short? Because I dated people. I dated men that were my height.
Somebody say you look Ethiopian.
Oh no! I definitely don't look like an Ethiopian. Um. Anyways, um. I mean, what is considered short? Like, what do y'all consider short?
This, yo, bro, this dude is crazy. He said, all right, question. He said,
Nate
trans women in
Almighty,
jail
right?
with, yeah,
Nate is
Nate.
crazy.
I
Yeah, your
mean,
questions is crazy.
Nate got us going though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did get us going. I appreciate that.
Nate jumped off
He
the whole
did.
conversation.
He got the good questions.
So he said, trans woman in jail with real woman. What's your thoughts? You trying to get somebody canceled, yo?
I'm
You
weak.
trying,
Trans women in jail with real women. I don't agree with that at all.
you trying to get us canceled?
Only thing I will agree with. Well, no, I'm
Listen,
not even gonna say I
don't
agree
say
with.
nothing. Don't
I
say nothing. Don't say nothing too crazy on my platform, because Nate trying to get us canceled.
okay. Only thing I will say is I think that if a trans person was to go through the surgery and get their stuff removed, I'm not even gonna necessarily say I feel like they should be in a woman's jail, but I feel like they should be in their own facility and kind of like, like just put the trans people with the trans people. Somebody said, how tall are you? I am 5'9", very tall. I'm the same. No, I'm an inch shorter than Meg the Stallion, if you need a reference. And would I date someone shorter than me? Yeah, I would date somebody shorter than me. But yeah, going back to your question, Nate. Yeah, I think trans people should be in a facility. I've never been to prison. I've never, yeah, obviously, right?
You
But
never been
don't
to
they
jail? I
put
thought you
trans
locked
people
up before.
in nobody don't they put trans people in or gay people in like a specific facility or like a specific like part of like the prison? Like they put the gay
Nah,
people with the gay people, right?
I don't think so. Nah, some jails they do that. Some jails they kind of like separate them. Um,
Separate them. Yeah.
some places do
I
that.
feel like they should separate them. For
I don't know if
safety
it's gonna
reasons. I feel
cover.
like just put all the gay people with the gay people. Like that way, what are you
I
trying
hope
to
it don't
do?
die. I hope the shit don't die. I hope it don't
You
die.
can't
My
connect your
phone is
charger?
no, I did, but it says it's on zero. I don't even know how my phone's still on.
Oh well, okay. Let's hope it doesn't die. Um,
Yeah, yeah, but
that's tall for
yeah, I
women,
think I
normal for
think I
men.
don't- I think
Oh,
this is similar to the this is similar to the sports thing, right? Like how they have, like how they had that trans woman broke that woman eye socket or something, like, or fracture her skull, like. And I just feel like like it's crazy, right? Because it's just like you're putting, by, like, you know what I'm saying, it's like you cannot deny biology as much as you want to, and I think that shit was fucked up, like how you put this woman, like, you jeopardize, like, this woman in the name of some political shit, right? Like, you just want to be political. um and so, you put this woman in danger, basically, right? And I think women should be denying those fights. I think, like, you shouldn't go into a situation, like, you know what I'm saying. Don't be stupid. Like, this person was born a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying. I don't think you should put yourself in harm, trying to sit here and you know what I'm saying, like, and I don't care what they say about you. Let them call you transphobic or whatever for refusing to fight. You know what I'm saying, this person. Yeah, I don't think certain shit is right, like sports. um as far as, like, at the end of the day, like, I really don't care. I think, like, people gonna be, what this country is just like off the meters, right? So they doing whatever the hell they want to do. I really don't care what people do with themselves, or what's really going on. I don't even give certain things, like. But I just think, like, when it comes to sports, when it comes to certain things, I just think that, like, we gotta be real. Like, one time I went out to a spot, and um this trans woman was trying to fight this woman, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and was trying to get crazy with her, like. And I was just like, nah, like, you wildin'. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying, like. So I think there's a lot of situations that it's just like shouldn't be, like, I get it. If you want to be, you want to call yourself a woman, and you want to live your life a certain way, go ahead, live your life a certain way. But I think it's certain lines, it's certain things, like, I'm saying, like, that shouldn't be crossed. um that's just how I feel. um
Right. I
Somebody
agree.
said, would you date somebody shorter than you?
I answered that question.
All right.
Somebody said, "Be real, JB." They had a question. He said, "I'm in my 30s with no kids. Is it wrong that I will not give a woman with a child a chance?" I think it's a very interesting question. I'm young, right? Considerably young, but I also don't have any children. And I do not date men with kids. And I know there's men out there that don't date women who have kids because they don't have kids. I don't think you're wrong at all for demanding something that you have, right? I think that you can demand something that you can provide. You don't have children. Children, when you date somebody with a child, you're seriously dating somebody with a child, it's a package almost. You know what I'm saying? So you're not only dating that person, you're dating that child as well because they already have a family. They have a child that they have to take care of. So I completely understand if somebody is not interested in that package and doesn't want to date somebody who has kids. But there's also people out here who don't have, I know plenty of men who also don't have kids and love women with children, multiple children. You're talking about one. Yeah, we go up in numbers with that one. But I just think it depends upon the person. Some men like to play stepdaddy, others don't. So it all depends on what you're into and what you're not. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I was just, it was so much, it's a lot of shit going on. Nate asked another question. He said something like, for the queen, something like, is dark skin in? He said, I'm not shooting my shot.
Is dark skin and um I I only date. I have only dated in my lifetime black men. I've only dated dark skinned men. Um, I would say for me, because I can only speak for me and what I find attractive, I think dark skin period, is beautiful. I definitely like dark skinned men.
Well, there you have it, Nate. Somebody said, all right,
Someone says,
boom.
"Why does she always look so
I
uninterested?"
know. I just see that.
Why do I always look You always look so uninterested,
Sexually
Victor.
determined at birth. Somebody said
Can you
sexually
answer that
determined at
question?
birth. I see a lot of women change sides in adulthood. This isn't the case for men, at least publicly. Boom. I don't know what the question was. But yeah, 30. I think I don't know, man.
You said it's sexuality.
I think sometimes some people believe in soulmates. Oh, good looking, Jay. We appreciate it. Um, some people believe. What I was gonna say. Some people believe in soulmates, right? Some people believe that God's gonna create a person that's gonna be right just for you. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I don't believe in soulmates, right? I think shit is about work at the end of the day. Like, you need to work with somebody. You need to find somebody that closely is compatible to you, and you need to like work on whatever y'all disagree on. Yo, good looking, Nate. Oh, that's much love, man. I appreciate it. So I think you gotta work with somebody that is compatible to you. But I will say this: if you're a person that believes in soulmates, your soulmate might be somebody that got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So or your soulmate might be somebody, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, she got 2 kids, you know what I mean? 1 kid. So that's just for the people that believe in soulmates. You know what I'm saying? This is not for everybody, right? But if you're a person that believes in soulmates, I think you should consider that sometimes your soulmate, and sometimes you might have missed out on your soulmate. You know what I'm saying? You might have. So this is another thing to consider. I think we
Right.
don't. I think the people
So
that believe in soulmates don't contemplate that.
so I feel like also like a lot of people are asking like why do I look uninterested or like unconcerned. I feel like I've gotten that question probably a lot of times in my life. I think that's just my face. I obviously
Mhm.
care. Like, I want to be here. I want to engage in this live with y'all, but that's literally just my face.
Okay,
Like I
okay.
can't change that. But I have a question for all of y'all because I feel like it's a lot of men in this chat, and I just want to know like would y'all date somebody with 4 kids? Like I really want to know, like what like the consensus like has to say like of the people who are here, right? Like would y'all seriously date somebody with 4 kids? So that's
Yeah,
just a quick yes or no. I just want to see, um, you know,
really. Yo, this person keep just writing about durag. Like, I mean, keep writing about durag. But but
I'm that I know he thinks I think maybe he thinks your hairline is bad. I don't know. He has hair,
I,
y'all. Like he maybe because he only see you with a do rag on. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
there's hair under there.
I'm protecting the waves, man. You know what I mean? Somebody put hell no. Yo, good looking, bro. I appreciate
Somebody
it.
said, hell no. No. Somebody said it depends on the parenting. Yes, he will. Another person said hell no. Um, hell no. Okay, a lot of y'all saying no. Okay, okay,
Hell
all
nah.
right.
Not if I don't have any. He's somebody put I would if she had her life together. Okay, okay. We got a one person for the right.
And a lot of people for the no. Okay, okay, okay.
Somebody put if she got 1 kid, that's too much.
That's too much. See, like I said, I, I I'm not surprised with these comments. Majority of the men that I know don't date women with kids, But then I know there's still I've definitely met some other men as of recently who like specifically date women with kids. So it's very interesting. I got Kanye
Jay
beating
Z
Jay Z
versus
in the verses. You wildin'. Nate, Jay Z is washing them.
I think I
I love
think I
Kanye
think
by the way, but come on, bro.
I think Jay Z is overrated and he has a cult like following. So I feel like Jay Z is like Drake in a sense, right? Like Drake can do
He
no wrong,
is.
right?
He
Like Drake
is.
dropped some song, like I was listening to Drake before.
Drake is the Jay Z of this generation.
Exactly. So I was listening to Drake when Drake was like, you know what I'm saying, singing. When Drake came out singing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when I was listening to Drake, you know what I'm saying? When he was on his singing shit, on his brand new, on his sooner than later, heartbreak Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I was listening to Drake. the Drake now, the party song Drake, the you know what I'm saying? I was listening to Drake like when he was in his bag, you know what I'm saying? When he was making his Lover Boy music. This when I was listening to Drake, you know what I'm saying? Take Care might be one of his best albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he was on his sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people like this. Why do you think A Boogie blew up, right? Because A Boogie was making little sucker music. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 whatever the fuck he be harmonizing and shit. You know what I'm saying? People like that shit. People like,
Why gotta
for
be
some reason,
sucking
people like
music
when
though?
men.
Why gotta be sucking music? This is the problem. You know what I'm saying? When men try to be emotional and men try to communicate what they feel, we call them suckers. But then when they run out here and talk about how they're
I was
gonna
just about
kill
to say
this
that.
and shoot this up, boom, boom, that's what we want to support.
Yo,
This is the problem with the community right here.
I was just about to say that though. I was just about to say that, like, you know, people like when a
Oh
man
my
is
God.
expressive.
Somebody said 4 kids. How many food stamps you getting? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. The food stamps probably lit. I ain't gonna lie. Food stamps probably like 600, 700 a month.
Nah, nah,
Like,
nah, nah, nah. This person getting like a band a
no,
month.
no, seriously, a band.
Yo,
Nah, you know what?
yo,
I'm gonna have to
you gotta,
find somebody with 4 kids.
you gotta
You get
remember,
he eat
yo,
crab
yo,
legs.
yo, they giving you at least two and change for a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like they give you at least two and change. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're gonna throw you a little something for you because you the mom. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So yo, she gotta be getting like a band. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? She gotta be getting like a band. That
right.
income tax probably looking crazy too. Them tax cuts probably looking crazy. And it's crazy because a lot of people be looking at their kids like that, right? Like tax cuts, like tax cuts and food stamps. Somebody said as long as we can have four more.
Okay.
Yo,
Wow,
I mean,
that's crazy.
some people want a big family. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody that got 5 kids. I was like, God damn, they talking about they want more. I was like, oh shit.
Right. Is somebody gonna give
Um,
it to them? Income
uh,
tax. They said income tax. Oh my God.
wow, somebody got a shit. Somebody made a shit. It's called Vic Sling Hope Durag. Do you see this shit? Do you see the shit? I put it on the screen.
Oh
Look,
my God. Yes.
yo, yo,
Yo, that is so funny. Yo,
yo,
y'all are
like,
so funny. I can't
yo,
with y'all.
this person got bad time on their hands. Like, he literally took this picture and just yo, this is crazy. Like, beautiful is that European street, respectfully.
Vic Sling
Somebody
Hope
put
Durag.
beautiful.
What's going on? What's going on, Vic Sling Hope Durag?
All right, Kanye got way more worldwide hits and produced Jay-Z's best album. That makes sense.
Listen,
Um,
I like Kanye and I like Jay-Z. I think Kanye is very talented. I think Jay-Z is also very talented as well. I actually listen to Kanye's music more than I listen to Jay-Z's music, just being real with you. But I don't see Kanye winning by a landslide. I don't.
he's not gonna
I
win
genuinely do
because
not. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
not he's
I
not
think
gonna
they're
win.
going toe to toe.
Yeah, he's not gonna win because people gonna dick ride Jay-Z. Like that's just what's gonna happen. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we just gotta be realistic. Like it's gonna be. I would like to see Jay-Z go against Drake. You know why? Because they got similar amount of like dick riders. You know what I'm saying? So so I feel like it's gonna be a clash of the dick
Yo,
riders. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z versus Drake.
call them fans.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry. That was like very disrespectful of me.
But I feel like
Yeah,
Jay-Z, I feel like Drake is probably such a fan of like Drake is such a fan of Jay-Z. Like I feel like he probably wouldn't even do that. He probably be like, I couldn't even disrespect you like that, bro. Like I feel
but I
like
feel like
Drake wouldn't even
but
agree to do it.
I feel like they like you know what I'm saying? Like the people that follow them is like big. You feel me? So I would like to see how that would turn out. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see somebody just mentioned Future. I would like to see Future versus T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Future became the new T-Pain. With the auto tune, right? Because when Future came out, T-Pain,
I'm going for T-Pain. I'm
you
going
know what
for
I'm saying?
T-Pain. I'm going for
Yeah.
T-Pain,
Um,
but you know what? Future's probably gonna win because Future is much more relevant. But I feel
yeah,
like Future, I feel like T-Pain is an artist. Like if you ever watch T-Pain, like
yeah,
T-Pain can actually sing. He actually writes and produces his
yeah.
stuff. And I think that Future
He
goes into
actually
the
was a
studio,
rapper.
drinks.
He actually was a rapper. before like he became like a singer. He even
Yeah,
had, I think he had
I
a,
always know him to be a rapper, but I'm just saying, like, I think that he literally championed like a whole era of that auto tune stuff. Like, I think he's like a musical genius. I think he's very talented. Even like, I don't know if y'all, I don't know, Tory Lanez with the whole situation, but he made a song with Tory Lanez. It was a little hit, and I think it was like the first time that we had heard anything from T Pain, and it was fire. Like
so
he
what he
still
was
got
so
it.
what he was doing, Tory Lanez was remaking like all these hits. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
he remade a lot of songs, and for some songs he was able to get the artists
I think
that
he
that made.
made I'm Sprung, right?
Yes, Jerry
Yeah.
Springer. He called it
Yeah.
Jerry Springer, but he
Yeah.
sampled I'm Sprung.
T-Pain's, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he sampled I'm Sprung. So he did it also for. He sampled a lot of songs. He sampled you. My the best song I liked on that album was this. He sampled You by Lil Wayne and Lloyd, and he actually got them on the song too. So I felt like that was dope. So I actually kind of like what he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of artists are doing that, remaking songs or remaking classic hits. And so we living in those times. But yeah, I think T Pain versus Future would be a good versus. I think it will be a little different, right? Because T Pain don't talk about the trapping and the, you know what I'm saying. So it will be a little different. But I feel like when T Pain kind of like died down, and that's another thing. Jay-Z was the kind of like the reason that shit happened. And I feel like that was some whack shit. Like Jay-Z took a shot at T-Pain for no reason, right? Like that, and then he made that song Death of the Auto Tune. Like you was like you came at him and then T-Pain came at Jay-Z and then he apologized for it, like, which was like, you never do that. Like the man came at you, you responded. But again, it's different lanes, right? Like Jay-Z's a rapper, T-Pain is a singer. Like it's two different lanes.
Somebody said Plies versus Yo Gotti. I think that's so different from each other. But I'm
Yeah, they
going for
so
Plies.
Plaza's that dude. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm going for Plies.
I think he don't got enough hits. Um, but
But Yo
he
Gotti don't really have a whole bunch of hits like that either. He got hits, but like
yeah,
I don't know him.
I feel like Yo Gotti shit is more party music, right? Like it's more like his shit is more like that trap that you know what I'm saying?
But I also feel like we from New York too, and Yo Gotti is big
Yeah,
in
in the
Memphis.
South, yeah, yeah,
Like if we were like
yeah.
from a different region, we probably would be saying something different.
Somebody said T-Pain only had like 4 hits. You are bugging. You are. It's not even
Nah,
about.
that's a
It's not even
lie. He
about.
had more than
It's
four
not even about
hits.
his personal hits. It's about like the man was a hook master. Like everybody needed a hook from T-Pain at one point. Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
He said,
Um.
somebody said, "What are your zodiac signs, Vic and light skin girl?" It's very interesting. We're the same zodiac sign. Can y'all guess what zodiac sign we are? I know, Victor, you don't care about stuff like that, but actually, me and Victor have we're the same zodiac sign.
Vic and light skin girl.
I know. My name is
Light
Kai.
skin girl.
Ha.
The, all
So,
right.
somebody said, so we have Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What I will say is, y'all all are very, very. Those three are in the same family. We're all, yeah. So, just to answer
Yeah.
it though, we're Geminis.
Somebody
Me and Victor
said,
are
yeah.
Geminis.
Somebody guessed right. Somebody put Gemini.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
Aquarius and Libra, like I get that. So I can understand that. There's similarities between. But yeah, me and him are Geminis.
Word. People put Gemini. What else I want to say? I was gonna say some shit. Yeah, but yeah, I think somebody said 50 Cent could probably beat what's the name? He got some hits too. But I feel like 50 catalog is he only made like what, like I mean he still kept making music, but he was just smart. He just said, like, you know what, I don't need to get into this. Um but I really think the Locks should have won against G Unit. I don't think the Locks should have won against Dipset. I felt
Well,
like I feel like the Dipset did a lot of singles. They did a lot of their individual singles. They didn't
true.
have a
They
lot
didn't
of like
do group
group,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. And like the Locks did a lot of group stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did a little of their singles, but most of the stuff was like group stuff, right? So I
Yeah.
feel like G Unit got like a lot of group stuff. Like even if you went to the mixtape days, right? They even had beef with the Locks. At one point they was going back and forth. Even though I think that Jadakiss, is lyrically nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's like, and I say that too, right? Like people talk about Jay-Z, and I'm like, yo, there's literally dudes that was way better than Jay-Z. Like Cassidy. lyrically was better than Jay-Z, right? Like Jadakiss is better than Jay-Z lyrically. So I think like when we talking about that's one thing I don't like about when people talk about Jay-Z. It's like he's not even lyrically like up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's dudes that I think Papoose is better than Jay-Z lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think when it comes to lyrics, and I think that's the art of hip hop, right? I think today, like we listening, somebody say I'm bugging.
You're bugging.
Yeah, yo, somebody said you too high. Yo, don't get me wrong. Jay-Z be having some metaphors. He's
No,
good
Jay
with the
Z. Jay Z is a lyricist. He's
he's not
nice.
he's not no listen, he's not no Pat, he's not no Jadakiss, he's not no I don't know. I just feel like
Listen, y'all better get him in the comments, y'all. Y'all better get him in the comments. He talking
it's
crazy
like
about
Don
Jay
look,
Z.
look, it's like Tory Lanez when Tory Lanez was going over was and Don Q was beefing. Don Q is lyrically nice. Like Don Q is a dude that he could just he you know what I'm saying, he could
Yes.
just go in there and he
Yo, shout out to Don Q. I said shout out to Don Q because I feel like he came, he dropped a lot of stuff, and I feel like he just disappeared. But I heard he has some legal issues, so he had to get off the map. But somebody said go
yeah,
back to
yeah, he
Reasonable
was dealing
Doubt.
with
I was just listening to Reasonable Doubt the other day. Reasonable Doubt is classic. Yeah, that's facts.
look, man, I feel you. I feel you. Don Q is not no Jay-Z though. I mean, I didn't say I feel like when I listen to I feel like the music, I feel like I like people that are lyrically nice. It's one thing to be able to make a song. That's why a lot of dudes that are lyrically nice can't really make songs, right? They can't really make albums. They don't make good albums. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's rare when you see that. I just feel like those things don't go hand in hand. If you lyrically nice, you're usually gonna be in one avenue. And if you able to make songs, you're able to make songs. I think there's a lot of trash dudes that make songs, right? That make good songs. Um,
Right.
um,
But this is a Q&A, guys. So just a reminder to y'all, to ask
no,
questions. Ask
yeah,
questions.
I feel like that we just got caught up in the verses. It was Nate fault, man.
Yeah,
Nate started bringing this.
Nate with the questions. Yeah.
He started bringing this verses stuff in here.
Yep.
Um, but
But let's switch it up, y'all. Like, y'all got any questions? I mean, y'all could basically ask anything. I mean, I keep it respectful, of course, but y'all can ask anything. Light skin girl, how old are you? Stop calling me light skin girl. My name is Kai, but I get it because my name is not up on the screen. I'm 22. Destiny's Child versus TLC. Oh, that's a good one. They're different time frames though, but oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with TLC for me personally. I'm gonna go with TLC.
yeah, I don't even know. I don't think I even heard. I mean, I probably heard some songs, but I don't really. But yeah, it's a Q&A. It was Nate,
Somebody
Aaliyah.
said Destiny's Child versus TLC. I said TLC.
Yeah, why this girl kind of like look like you a little bit? Oh, somebody took a picture. Wow, that's the same person.
A picture of who? Me?
That's a picture of you.
Oh wow. Oh,
You
y'all
know,
are
you,
crazy.
you don't see it?
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, that's not recently though. That must be an older video.
Yeah, because it got your background. It got the
Yeah.
little thing.
Well,
Wow.
whoever made that page, I'm sure it's the same person that made the Vic Slay's do rag page. God bless your heart. God bless your heart, and happy
Somebody
holidays to
said,
me.
you ever date a woman?
Who?
Somebody, that's a question that they asking.
Me? Oh no, no.
Mm,
I'm not interested in that.
or Kanye got 5 classic albums. Jay-Z only got 3.
All right, Nate. You a Kanye fan? I get it. I'm a Kanye fan too. All right, you got it. You got
Don't
it.
don't don't get me wrong. I like Kanye. I like all Kanye. I feel like when his mom died, he started bugging. His mom passed away, and then he should have never married the Kardashians. Um, I
Yeah.
feel like everybody who messed with the Kardashians, their career end up not so well.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush, Chris Humphries, Lamar Odom start smoking crack, messing with Chloe. You know what I'm saying? It's something that them women look. Chris Jenner, look. We're not even gonna talk about Chris Jenner, right? But anybody that mess with that family, you know what I'm saying, be having like problems, man. Like, so I feel like when he got with Kim, oh, it was over. Like he had a mental breakdown. Like he just been going through a lot. Yep.
Uh,
Somebody said
um,
they going to a sunken place.
yeah, y'all. My name is Kai. KY. If you remove the thing, my name should be there. Y'all should see it. But yeah.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Nah, it's cool. No, you just had the question posted up there, but people was just asking.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Travis Scott. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Travis
Yeah, I
Scott.
feel like Travis Scott didn't really. I feel like he didn't really fuck up. I feel like his life. I feel like his life didn't really like go like spiral out of control like for
I
messing with.
think. Well, I think that right now, behind the scenes, he's going to be dealing with
But
litigation.
also those are not Kardashians. The little young sisters, they are not Kardashians. They got a different last name. You know what I'm saying.
I think. I think that Travis Scott, um, is going to be dealing with a whole bunch of litigation behind closed doors for the next several years to come. He actually owns Astroworld, and I think that Astroworld is gonna
Yo,
it's gonna suffer
somebody said.
tremendously.
Yeah, yo, somebody
And
said.
I think that his sales are going to decrease. Not necessarily in terms of the amount of people that are going to come to the shows, but I think that the amount at the end of the day, that's where artists make their money. And the reason why Travis Scott is getting in trouble is because how they try to make their money and capitalize off of these shows the most is that they don't hire um, a certain amount of security. They don't take the precautions because those precautions cost. So as we saw in this Astro World thing, right, that Travis Scott, or not specifically Travis Scott, because he's just the representative, he's just the face of Astro World. The actual brands and the people that work behind the scenes and the stage managers and the promoters, right, did not take the actual precautions to secure this venue, and several lives were lost, including a child. And so I think that moving forward, if they continue to do this Astroworld thing, they're gonna have to come up with a lot of money. It's gonna be overboard. They're gonna have 100 security guards. They're gonna definitely do what they have to do to make sure this never happens again. And because they have to spend more on security and other precautions and stuff like that, that's gonna hinder the amount of money that they're gonna be able to make in the future.
Yeah,
So I
what I
think
was
he's I
gonna
think
say.
he's definitely gonna suffer for this for the rest of his career.
Yo,
Definitely.
this is mad funny. Somebody said Jay-Z ain't got nothing new. He said, lie or not, ain't nobody in the club talking about yo, play that Jay-Z shit.
That's true.
Yo, Jay-Z, I ain't gonna lie. They might play I'm a hustler, baby. That's like that's like you
Not
gotta
even.
go
I ain't hear that song in a while on.
that sometimes when they play the little throwbacks and they get into what I'm saying, the little old head mode. That shit was dumb funny though. Nate said somebody asked me who's my biggest influencer. I think that um biggest influencer. I feel like I don't really look up to a lot of people. Um, I feel like especially now, like I don't try to look up to somebody that I can't physically touch, right? Like somebody that I don't have access to. Like I won't look at somebody in TV and be like, oh, like I idolize LeBron, or like, I look up to you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really look up to like people that I can't touch. Not that's also kind of crazy, but um I ain't gonna lie, I glanced at you just now and I kind of like seen that Aaliyah shit that people was talking about. Like I just like kind of like just glance and you have that kind of like you have that kind of like
All right.
but anyway. But yeah, I feel like yeah, I don't really I have mentors that I kind of like talk to, and I'll have to think about it. But I'm pretty sure I have like some friends, some of my personal friends that I probably like look up to or been through some shit. But most of the time I idolize. Most of the times I'm influenced by somebody who helped me change or really took time to like give me counsel or like went out their way to try to like help me and try to give
Somebody
me advice.
said, Vic, Nate said, Vic, would you wait 90 days to sleep with a woman?
I think personally, I wish we was all virgins. You know what I'm saying? I wish we all got married, um, and before we started like hitting these streets. I wish, you know what I'm saying, life was different. 90 days. I think I have in the past I have waited 90 days. Um, I think I actually find that I feel like women who I think women shouldn't be just so open with their box. You know what I'm saying? I think that like I think that I mean it's not gonna change nothing, right? Whether I don't think if you wait it's gonna change anything, right? Because dudes, if a dude wanna just if he just there to hit you, to hit the box and dip, he gonna wait whatever months, right? He gonna wait, you know what I'm saying? But I think if you really sometimes it depends, right? So I think like I think women that don't lead with the coochie, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect, and sometimes it's not necessarily just 90 days, right? Because some of these girls they will make you wait 90 days, but they let son over there smash in the first night. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes women do that. Like they when they really like you, like they'll let somebody else. They'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll let somebody else smash it. But like if they really like you, they might make you wait. They might make because they don't want to come off as a whole to you, and they really want you to like whatever. But 90 days, yeah, 90 days is nothing. Like I feel like, yeah, like I feel like I don't need to. I think like yeah, I don't even be like, especially if I entertain a woman, like I'm not coming from a standpoint of like I need to get your coochie right now. Like what I'm saying, like that's like the last thing, right? Like I could see a woman, I could be like, oh, she's beautiful and she's voluptuous and she looks nice and she's cute, but like that's not the things that keep me there. Like I always say this, yeah, like this, I was gonna say like I don't date bad chicks. You know what I'm saying? Bad chicks come with a lot of problems, and most of the time they're built. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah, like I think yeah, 90 days is cool. I think I met women who yeah got the 90 days rules. Or you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think 90 days is pretty decent. You know, for a society that believes in illicit sex and whatever. Like um, yeah, some girls don't believe in sleeping with you unless you're in a relationship with them. Some girls it's like it's not about no 90 days. It's are we in a relationship or are we not? And sometimes to get into a relationship takes time, right? What you think about NBA young boy wearing makeup? What do you think about it?
I don't even. I don't pay much close attention to that young man. Honestly, I hope he gets whatever help he needs if he's going through some type of distress or whatever. But I don't pay attention to that boy at all.
Somebody said, do you do karaoke? And if so, what's your favorite song?
I do not do karaoke. I've never done karaoke. I would try karaoke, and if I was to do a song, it would most likely be a rap song.
Yeah, I just remember when we was when I did the song when we was talking about the song and you was like, oh, sing the lyrics to a song, and you was like, yo, that's my song too. That I want to get to know you, the G Unit.
Oh yeah.
That was bad
Oh,
funny.
I remember that.
That was mad funny. I was like, yo, how you used to listen to that?
Y'all kill me with that.
Mhm.
Kai. Somebody asked. Nate asked. Do you think a woman is loose if she hooks up the first night? I think it depends. Um, I think that no. To answer your question, I don't think that a woman is loose. I think that sometimes it's all about, and I know if this sounds very, I think a lot of promiscuous women like to say this, so I'm hesitant in saying this because they'd be like, "Oh, it's about the vibe, right?" But I think that depending on like how you connect with the person, and truly, yeah, like it is about the vibe, right? Because there are certain scenarios in which I know plenty of men who have smashed on the first date and have married that same woman and been with that woman for the last 30 years. And there might be a woman that made a man wait 30 days and he was out as soon as he got what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I feel like it doesn't make you loose. I feel like it's about the approach. I feel like sometimes too, you know, what's frustrating and irritating sometimes I think is when you meet somebody, you vibe with a person, you really like them, and you have that connection, but the woman is wants to hesitate, and like Victor was saying, she doesn't want to come off as a hoe. So now she wants to pretend like, that she doesn't want to have sex, or she's like not really engaging with you 100%, or moving a little funny. And now, sometimes you push away men by doing that. And by saying pushing away is now, you made yourself into a game, you know, and now they only care about smashing you because you playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say don't play with me. Like, now you're playing. Like, you mess, you rock with me. We rock a certain type of way. Like, why are you trying to play like we don't? So I feel like sometimes men, sometimes it backfires when women try to, stretch it out and play with men and tease men, right? In that way. And now they're not even interested in getting to know you because you're playing too many games.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
Um.
think it just depends on the specific situation. But I don't think a woman who smashes on the first night is just automatically like a hoe or loose.
Somebody said I'm a virgin. When should I tell my potential partner?
Um, I mean, I feel like when that conversation comes up, I don't think you should. I don't think you should reveal that information until that conversation comes up. I don't think you should just be just off the just so that there are some people out here that do want to experience that and might just want to take your virginity just cause. So I just don't don't just be so quick to reveal that information. Don't come out the gate like, oh, I'm a virgin, right? I think when that conversation comes up, or then you communicate that and y'all go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree. I think. Yeah. Like that shouldn't even be a conversation. I mean, I feel like most people don't even ask if you're a virgin nowadays. That's how sad it has gotten, right? I remember before people used to ask that. People would be like, "Oh, like are you a virgin?" or whatever, whatever. And now people don't even ask. You know what I'm saying? Like people just assume I know you out here getting crazy. like you know what I'm saying? They just don't know how crazy you getting. So the questions you might hear is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how many people you been with? You know what I'm saying? Which I really don't care. Um, well, yeah, I don't even want to know. Like I feel like if I vibe with you and what I'm saying, like obviously it takes certain shit to keep me. Like for a woman to keep my interest, like you gotta know some shit. You gotta be smart. You gotta be, what I'm saying? Because if you can't hold a conversation, like ain't nothing for us. We don't got nothing. I say this all the time. If a person don't read, we don't got nothing. Don't expect to be my friend. Like you might be an acquaintance, but if you're not reading, if you're not looking at documentaries, if you're not expanding your mind, if you're not learning, if you're not progressing, like we don't got nothing together. You know what I'm saying that goes for a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I think like when a woman don't have conversation, like what I'm saying, all you talk about is like gossip, celebrity shit, like you bad girls club and all this shit. Like, yeah, I watch some of this shit, right? I could have those conversations too, but like what else can you talk to me about? So I think that what the hell I was getting to? I forgot the hell. I just had a brain fart. But yeah, I think that like you shouldn't. Yeah, whenever that virginity stuff come up, it just come up. Like you don't put it out there. At the end of the day, they're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when the time comes or whatever to do whatever, then I guess that's when you tell it. Because a lot of, like Kai said, like it's some dudes that be out here chasing virgins. Like what I'm saying, they just I don't know what they getting out of it, but they just want to be known. Like I took it. I'm the conqueror. I conquered this woman. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, just it's guys over there that will go to any extent. They're gonna play whatever game just to try to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because they view it as something sacred. So they're gonna play. Some dude might stick around for 8 months just trying to, what I'm saying? So where what is there another question? Have you dated older men and whom do you prefer compared to young men? I don't know what they mean
Um,
by whom. Somebody said, have you dated older men and whom do you prefer compared to young men?
yes, I've dated older men, and I would say I would prefer older men to young men.
Why is that? Come on, you gotta tell the people some tea, man.
I think that I'm a little bit mature for my age, and I think that unfortunately the the men, the young men who I have to pick from, um, somebody asked a question about Kate Flock. Kate Flock is the litter of men that I have to pick from, um, in my age group. Well, he's 18. He's younger than me, but I'm just saying, like these young dudes out here is not really, they don't really, float my boat. So kind of going back to what Victor said, like, when he dates a woman, he looks for a woman to be intelligent. Same thing for me, right? I want an intelligent man. I want somebody who I can learn from. And not saying that I can't find somebody my age who I can learn from, but the chances of that are much more slim. So yeah.
I told you, didn't I tell you somebody was gonna mention K Flock? I told you that shit, right?
Yeah, you did.
Somebody said when she talks, she seems enthusiastic, but when he talks, she seems unconcerned.
Just my face, y'all.
There might be some truth there. All right. So somebody K Flock, I don't know. So allegedly they saying he killed somebody. Um and the end of the day, like at the end of the day, the police said they got a tip. That's all that's people always doing the police job. And one thing I noticed, it be so many people online, these vloggers and these YouTubers that begin these videos that begin like, yo, the vloggers nowadays are solving crimes. You know what I'm saying? They get in the videos that they start putting their 2 cents in it, and they be like, look, but y'all ain't see this. And the police just sitting there just watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people are talking about it on their lives. They said earlier he was on a live and he showed a gun on his live. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is what these kids are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the police said they got a tip, and when the police said they got a tip, they probably most likely got a tip because he looked very covered up in that video, right? But the police got a tip. So what tip did they, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't just get you off the video. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, also somebody said too, it was very funny. They was like, not him doing the drill and the
I,
Marys
I know
and yeah, which
in the
is
Montclair.
in the Montclair, which is true because he's wearing very bright like clothes and clothes that are easily,
Yeah,
characterized, right?
yeah.
So it's nothing for you to, have done that drill and we
And
caught
I
you on the
feel like
camera.
yeah, and I feel like the pants probably gave him away. Somebody probably seen him
Yes.
with those pants earlier in the day.
Yes. So
Like, you know what I'm
he
saying?
probably, and I wouldn't put it be past him that he probably was on Snapchat or Instagram live or something in those same pants,
And
right?
those is and Nate made a video about this, right? And this is very interesting because Nate said it looked like they was coming at him. It looked like the police report try to say that he went in the barbershop and like he was the aggressor. That's what the police do, right? They try to spin their own shit on stuff, right? Of course they're gonna make him look like the aggressor, but the video that Nate posted, it looked like some people already came out. They look like they seen him and they just came out and went after him type shit. And those are like the worst situations, right? When you might have a gun on you and you're not looking for problems, you just want to be protected. But then what happens when you get into a situation, right? What happens when you see your op? What happens when the ops see you and they trying to do something to you, right? And you in a situation where you probably don't even got clothes that you would normally do a drill with, right? Like, cause come on, that's probably some shit he get flying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but then when you get into these situations when you don't know what's gonna happen and somebody just pop up and you gotta do something, right? Now it's a crazy situation because you got some fucking mad noticeable pants on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if they seen you, all they gotta do is somebody just had to see you earlier in that day with them pants on. And even if it's not you, somebody gave him a tip, it was you, and you had them pants on early on, and it's gonna be crazy. So I don't know if he coming home. I don't know the developments, but I just think like, yeah, shit is crazy out there, man. We never know. We gotta wait till like the story to unfold. Somebody said, what's your view on religion and people doing witchcraft? What's your view on religion?
Mine
They asking us,
or
like,
what's on religion and witchcraft?
yeah,
I don't know nothing about witchcraft, so I don't have an opinions on that. And as far as religion, I feel like that's just such a vague question. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's my views on
just
religion?
what's your view on religion? What do you think about religion? What's your view on it?
I believe I believe everybody has their own relationship with God. I believe in God. I believe everybody has their own relationship with God. Um, and I'm respectful of other people's religions. If you're Christian, you're Christian. You're Muslim, you're Muslim. You're Jewish, you're Jewish. Like, like that's, what you believe in. You have a right to practice that, and as long as you're not harming anybody else. And that's about it.
Okay. I think as far as for me, I think religion, I think religion, I think of course I believe in God, right? And I think religion is a roadmap to spirituality. I think God gave us, it's almost like a GPS, right? Religion is a GPS. So when people say I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, I look at them like they stupid. I'm saying I might not tell them they stupid, but I look at them like they're stupid because it's like basically what you're telling me is that you're trying to freestyle. It- because we need roadmap, we need instructions, right? And I think humans have a problem following instructions, right? That's why we rebel, right? We rebel since kids. Our parents tell us don't do this, do that, and we rebel, right? So I think humans just have a rebellious nature, period. We don't like our boss a lot of times, right? We don't like our higher ups. We don't like people telling us what to do, right? We don't like the police. A lot of people we just have a problem with authority a lot of times, right? So I feel like people say
Mhm.
I don't like religion because religion is a roadmap. It tells you don't do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like do this, do that. And people do not like that. So what they do is they come up with this, oh, I'm spiritual. I just follow the stars and the spirits. And they just be making shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to follow like the roadmap, right? But the religion is a GPS, I believe, to spirituality. It's just God, the creator, legislating for us, right? Because I think about this, right? People say religion was created by the government to control us. Even if it was created by the government to control us, what does religion tell us to do? Thou should not kill. Like you should not be an adulterer. Like don't sleep with your neighbor's wife. Like give in charity. Like these things are good things. So why do we have a problem with the government, right? If they created religion, why would we have a problem with the government telling us to adhere to good things? Doesn't make sense. So that's what I think. Witchcraft, I definitely much so believe in witchcraft. I know people. My brother actually died because somebody did some witchcraft to my mom, and my mother didn't catch it because she was protected, but my little brother caught it. Well, he's my older. Well, he passed away before I was born. But yeah, I definitely believe in witchcraft. Black magic is also mentioned in the Quran. So I definitely do believe it. I definitely know stories of people who witchcraft is being done to them right now. So I definitely do believe in it. I try to stay away from it. I don't, what I'm saying? Like for a long time, my mother was so scared because, she lost my brother to witchcraft, right? So she always tried to safeguard me. Like she always told me wear my underwear is inside out. I never really understood it, right? But she just had this fear, like she just lost her son, like, years ago to somebody, trying to harm her. So she's very overprotective when it comes to, she's always, I'm saying, making sure like the family's protected. So I
I feel
definitely
like
do.
we've been live for like an hour and a half. Just giving you that time check.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
So would you agree women are 5 years more mature than men?
women on 5 years. No, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Somebody asked me about Ron Suno. I don't listen to a lot of these dudes, man. So I don't. Ron Suno music is trash to me. I mean, no, no. I like that one Pinocchio. Pinocchio was
Oh
I.
yeah, that Pinocchio one is cool.
Yeah, I like
But I don't
Pinocchio.
listen to him enough. Yeah, I don't listen to him.
Yeah, I like Pinocchio. Pinocchio was cool. His other shits is like, I don't listen to a lot of that young stuff. Um, but yeah, I definitely was looking at the time. I'm just, people is still engaging, so I kind of like, we haven't been on in a while, so I was kind of like, at first I was thinking like, and it's an open discussion. So a lot of people come with like different things. I know you probably want to leave. You want to leave?
No, I'm
You look
just
tired too. You look
I'm
like
just no, I'm just listening.
time check. I know what time check mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what time we going home? Like, I, see, I know when I used to time check my mom, I was trying to leave when I was young. I used to be like, it's I
I mean, do you want to like continue like the Q&A like
Yeah, people. I
alone,
mean, as long as people's asking questions, I feel like
or you want to
somebody asks
continue?
love or money. Would you rather have love or money?
Love or money? Love or money? I'll take the love. I'll take the love.
Yeah,
Definitely the love.
I think I'll take money. I think love feels good, but you know what I'm saying. But you could still be hungry. You could still be homeless. you can still have a lot of other issues, you know what I'm saying, and have somebody that love you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We can't be out here being freaky bums. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of freaky bums, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They love each other, you know what I'm saying? But they freaky bums. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Um, somebody
do you
asked
believe in
me,
fate?
oh,
Or
do I believe in fate? Oh, I didn't see that question. No, I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in fate. I believe that, I believe that God knows our future, all of our futures. I feel like God writes our book, and that's really, who guides us ultimately.
but that's like fate
Um,
though.
would you would you describe that as fate?
Yeah, I think fate is like for example, like when I tell people like you don't pick when you die, right? Like you can stay
Right.
home. Like you don't that's fate. Like at the
So
end of
I
the
guess
day,
in that sense, yes, I
yeah.
do believe in fate. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like you could work you could work, right? Like you could work hard to it's very strange when it comes to fate. I do believe in fate. I do believe that God knows what's gonna happen. We don't know, and because we don't know, we still gotta remain in that hamster wheel working, right? We still gotta work towards it because we don't know what's gonna happen. But I also believe like when something's not meant for me, it's not gonna happen. No matter how hard, it don't matter how hard I work for it. I'm still gonna work because I don't know it's not meant for me, right? It's like
Right.
sometimes some relationships. Um, some people try to force it, right? And it's just like, yo, it's just not meant to be, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know if it's meant to be or not, right? So we continue to work. But that's just an example. Um, Vic, do you believe in the law of attraction? Law of attraction. I don't know much about the law of attraction. Do you know about the law of attraction?
Is there a book?
I think they have a book, and they even got the art of seduction, and the law of
Right.
attraction is in the art of seduction.
Yeah, I don't know about the law of attraction. I haven't read it or looked into that. So I wouldn't know what that means. Maybe if you explain it, if you could explain it real quick.
Uh, Facts. How you know witchcraft did it? Cause I know witchcraft did it. Like, what you mean? How I know? Like, you think my mother doesn't know what happened? Like, I'm saying, like, my people, the Garifuna people are into a lot of like the secret arts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do a lot of shit, man. I could make a whole video of all the weird shit that I seen growing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the shit that has happened. Like, I could make a whole video on this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it used to be this witch. So this is the story. It used to be this witch in the town, like, you know what I'm saying, where my mom lived. And what she used to do is she used to walk around and collect people's bones. Now, let's say you ate a piece of chicken and you threw it out the window. Because, that's what kind of like what they do back home, right? Like they throw shit out the window or whatever. So what she used to do is she used to walk around the neighborhood and collect items that had people with like DNA or people that ate from it or whatever. So if she could get her hand on your comb, like if she could get a comb with your hair strand, like, or she could get a piece of chicken, or she could get anything that like, you know what I'm saying, your shoe, anything, right, that belonged to you, or that you put your mouth on, or whatever, right? Um, um, she used to do that, so she used to have it. So my mom accidentally burnt her dog. Um, my mom threw hot water out the window, and the dog was outside the window, and her dog got burnt, and she thought my mom did it on purpose. So what she did was, I don't know how she got whatever she got or whatever she did. But she sent something towards my mom. Like whatever she did, I don't know what she did, what spell she did, but she tried to target my mom. You know what I'm saying? And because my mom was protected, usually when somebody sends, we call it missiles, right? When somebody sends a missile your way, um, even if you don't catch it, somebody in your household could catch it because they usually send it towards your household. So what happened was it didn't like, it missed my mom, you know what I'm saying? And it caught my brother. And my mom said that my brother, he didn't shit for like he didn't shit period for like a week or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like some weird shit. Like, and then she said like she checked his pamper one time and she said he had like a burn mark and like he didn't go nowhere. Like he wasn't around nobody. But I don't know what the hell the lady did, but I guess he had all that shit. That shit, that's how he died. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and my mom was like, yo, she took him to the doctor. The doctors couldn't explain like what happened. Like, they was just like, we don't know what's wrong. Like, but my mom knew. And they was like, this lady did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then yeah, like, so people a lot of times people do things like they use white magic to protect themselves, or they'll use in the Garifuna culture, we have what you call a buye. A buye is like a master of ceremonies. So the buye could tell you, like my sister couldn't have kids because somebody did some shit to her. Like they do a lot of weird shit, right? So they wanted to harm my sister. Women want to have kids, like I'm saying, generally speaking, right? So my sister couldn't have kids. Um, and then my sister went to like a buye, a master of ceremonies. Um, and he told my sister that somebody did harm to her. Somebody was behind her not being able to have kids. So he told her, go get this potion, go get this type of medicine, bathe yourself in it, do this. He told her what ritual to do, and then my sister had like 3 kids. I'm saying, like, so it's a lot of shit that goes on in my culture that's connected to like the secret arts and stuff. um but you look tired. I'm a little tired too from sitting up.
Yeah.
um
I
Religion
was
was created
gonna.
to civilize
I was.
humans, and then
Do you want to
what you saying?
continue? Do you want to continue the live like yourself when I leave, or like what?
The show ain't the show without without the star Kai, man. Come on, man. You
I
know
am
what
not the star. You the star. The people
I'm
come here for you.
saying? Somebody said, nah, she don't got a YouTube channel. Somebody was asking if she got a YouTube
Yeah, I
channel.
don't have a YouTube channel.
You know, I'd rather somebody said, yo, somebody laughing about the freaky bones.
Yeah.
Yo, Kai came up with that frame, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in her shit. Freaky bones. Would you rather be loved or feared?
We said that, right?
No, no, it
Oh,
was
that's a different question.
money or
Um,
a thing.
Loved. I'm always gonna go with love.
Yeah, I'd rather be feared. I feel like respect comes with admiration or fear. 50 Cent said that. You know what I'm saying? He said respect comes with admiration or fear. Usually, a lot of times, if people don't respect you, I mean, usually people respect you because they fear something. You know what I'm saying? Other times people could love you and have respect out of love, but I feel like what keeps people in check, because think about it, a person that love you, they will try you, they will tempt you, they might violate you, they might do certain shit. But if a person fear you, they're not gonna play with you a certain way.
Right.
Um, um, I just feel like they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? What do you believe? What's your religion? Okay, I'm trying to get to the bottom, so
Okay.
like we could like, you know,
My laptop died, so I can't see the screen no more.
you Haitian? Nah, I'm not Haitian. I'm Garifuna. But my mom told me recently that she told me that actually she said some people that came from, I don't know if there's Haitian people that live over there, but the witchcraft is a ancestral African shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, not I don't even think it's well, yeah, I guess.
Indigenous African. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say but it definitely comes from the continent of Africa. They definitely be doing some, because I feel like the witchcraft, even like indigenous folks got, they got their own little practices that they do. So yeah, we're gonna say indigenous people, um kind of like have their own little rituals and stuff that they do. The belief that positive and negative thoughts bring positive and negative experiences into a person's life. So that's the law of attraction. I kind of agree. I think yes. Then I do believe that positive thoughts bring positivity, and negative thoughts bring negativity. Family is Caribbean, and they tell the same story. All right, it said witchcraft is as strong as you believe. All right, man, believe what you want to believe. So, I'm saying, I listen. I know plenty of stories. Yeah, she says she don't know what the fuck you talking about, King. All right, Kai, what genuinely makes you happy? I don't know. Yo, good looking, bro. I appreciate it, Luke Kang.
I feel like my friends make me happy. My friends
Oh,
make me happy. Yeah.
she tired of the do rag. Somebody, yo, this person really made a shit. All right, so we got to the bottom of it. You have good black magic and you have bad. Good magic is usually considered white magic. See, this is what's crazy, right? How like we call evil things black and we call positive things white. And see, that's another shit. Excuse me. But yeah, definitely we got to the bottom of it. We've been here with y'all for a while. We kind of like tired. My back hurt. I need to go. Let me go lay down. I'm saying, but so you're telling me that if somebody does witchcraft, you can't protect yourself? Oh no, you could definitely protect yourself. I'm not saying you can't protect yourself. I'm just saying I said my mother was protected, and unfortunately, my brother caught it. I could tell you a whole bunch of stories, man. I'm telling you, I should have like a whole video of like situations that have happened with me per se. Um, where like, yeah, it's just a lot of weird stuff. But I'm saying that is as strong as you believe, brother. It's not saying, yeah, yeah. I feel you. I see what you're saying. I get it too. I tell my mom the same thing. I feel like I don't believe in certain things. Um, so they won't affect me, but I can't be stupid. Like this shit is real, man. Like, and by the way, somebody asked me if I'm gonna still make the jail videos. I do make the jail videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been posting some stuff. Um, but we appreciate y'all. We had a good time. Um, next time, I'm going to next time we have a topic. But also if you have suggestions, y'all could always feel free to like to comment them
Comment.
on
Yeah,
the
let us
comment
know like
section.
what y'all want us to talk about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like what y'all like to get our opinion on. But this was cool. Like, a lot of people was here. Few people donated. We definitely appreciate. Somebody said, nah, bro, stay on. Yo, people really be like, people like engaging. Like, it's almost like reality TV. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so I can understand how people be hooked to reality TV because it's almost like I'm
yeah,
there. Like,
yeah. You could. I'm saying like you could stay on though. If you want to.
come
You
on, man.
know.
The show not the same. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. This us right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
Okay.
did start off the send the record straight, you know what I'm saying, when I was venting. You know what I'm saying? That's it started off with me. You know what I'm saying? But this us right now, man. You know what I'm saying? This us, right? When they see me, they see you. When they see you, they see me. You know what I mean? You
All right.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? All right,
Mhm.
give me some. Give me some. Give me some. Yeah, that's all right. Yo, you going live later, y'all? Oh wait, you gonna live later, y'all? You going live? I'm like, I don't know if I'm going live. I feel like I need to lay down in my back. Should look. Oh, you know what I'm saying? My back now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't as young as you know what I'm saying, as I used to be, man. I gotta lay down. But yeah, definitely. We appreciate y'all. It was nice. We had like a good conversation. We shared some laughs, and this was all about, you know what I'm saying, building community. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like and and like helping each other grow and strive and just sharing different tips, different point of views, and having a discussion. That's all it's about. But make sure y'all check us out. If you haven't seen any of our other videos, we have like on my channel is a whole section setting the record straight where me and Kai have had like other conversations. We're also on Spotify, Anchor, I forgot the other one, Apple. It's a whole bunch of other ones. But we did, man. We trying to do some nice. So let us know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you like to, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Later.